Mickey Show.
Holy smokes, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Overtime with Fear the Beardo, episode 16. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Let's say what's up to the chat. What's up, Jersey Dolphins? Says a true Geeks and Gamers legend, Fear the Beardo. Let's fucking go, boys. Lock it the frick in. What up, Jersey Dolphins? How you doing? Mark, Andre, Roy, good to see you. What up, Jeff? Jeff Jingles, Deborah, Rick, Alyssa Marie, Cole Hauser. What up, Cole Hauser? Good to see you, Cole. Random Ray, Sandro Franca. What up, Sandro Franca? Night Saber, DJ Skylo, Decrypt. How's everybody doing? Good morning. What up, Lady Aaron D? How you doing? Happy Saturday, snowpocalypse, y'all. Holy smokes. Yeah, half of the country is going to be buried in ice this weekend. It's probably already starting. Not good. It reminds me of damn, it was a few years ago in Texas. Do you remember, like, Texas froze over for like 2 weeks? Like, people were dying, dude. People were dying in Texas a few years ago when Texas got frozen over. That was wild. And that's what 2021 when Texas froze over. It's negative 18 degrees here, Beardo, and says Night Saber. Or in Texas? In Texas, Night Saber, is that where you're at? Let me know, guys. Let me know what state you're in and what the weather's looking like for you guys. But yeah, man, that Texas thing a few years ago, like, people were dying because, I mean, no power and stuff. Cole Hauser says minus 21 degrees here. The chat's moving so quick. Minus 21 degrees here up in Canada land. Thundarius is in Iowa. Cole Hauser says Canada is minus 21. 7 degrees in Maryland. Oh, Night Saber, upstate New York, minus 18 in upstate New York. A warm negative 2 in Iowa. Colorado is 6 degrees. California is 42 degrees. That's not too bad. What part of California, though? Connecticut, 7 degrees. It feels like negative 12. Negative 27 in Minnesota. Lady R&D says it's clear, sunny, and 10 degrees here in Rhode Island. Snow is supposed to start late tonight. Sheesh, man. Yeesh. Negative 7 in Michigan. New York feels like negative 2. 40 in Texas. Negative 18 in South Dakota. Dude, do you guys remember the movie Day After Tomorrow with Dennis Quaid and Jake Gyllenhaal? That's what, like, this storm reminds me of. Like, in that movie Day After Tomorrow, which, great movie, by the way. If you guys haven't seen The Day After Tomorrow, fantastic movie. There's like this tropical fucking ice hurricane fucking storm that just takes over the United States. And that's what this storm feels like. Like, half the United States is getting ass fucked by snow and ice. So I mean, thank God I'm blessed that I'm down here in Florida, because weather's been nice. 80 degrees, sunny, a few clouds here and there, but nothing too bad. But up in the east and the Midwest, man, they're getting fucked with weather. And it's scary. It's scary. That Texas one a few years ago was wild. Like, people were dying and stuff, man. That's why you always got to be prepared. Because there's a part of me, like the dickhead asshole in me, says, well, survival of the fittest. But you got to be prepared, man, for moments like that. Got to be prepared. Because, like, you can warm up a baby. Like, you can keep a baby warm in those kind of situations. Younger people can keep themselves warm. But, like, old people, the elderly, who aren't prepared, who probably have, like, an older home, and, like, their kids or grandkids can't go over to their house to help them keep their stuff up because you can't fucking drive. The roads are just ice. It's more dangerous to try to drive over there to help them than the situation that they're in at their home. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, the asshole in me says survival of the fittest. How are you gonna fucking die in those conditions? But it is scary, man. It is scary. Got to be prepared. Whether just having, like, disposable food, beans that you can just, cans of beans that you can just open up, and, like, you don't even need to warm them up. You can just eat a fucking cold can of baked beans or black beans or whatever. Yeah. Whatever you can do. Maybe have a few 1,000 gallons of potable water like Jesse Ventura. Lady R&D says, yeah, I'm worried about my parents in rural upstate New York. They lose power a lot. My dad is on oxygen. Damn. Yeah. Stay in touch. Stay in touch for sure. But, man, cold SpaghettiOs, that'll work. Anything canned that you're willing to eat cold. And at that point, it's not even really willing. It's just, you do it. You do it. Power goes out. Matt Schrader says, Beardo, I'm playing Undead Nightmare right now. It's a blast. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, I saw last night you beat it. You beat Red Dead 1, so now you're on Undead Nightmare. I'm hoping that, because I'm playing through Red Dead 1 right now. Watching Red Dead 1. I'm playing Red Dead 1 right now. I'm hoping that we're going to have time before I want to jump in and play some Resident Evil. To play some Undead Nightmare. But we are getting close here. We're getting close to the end of the month. And February, I want to play some Resident Evil leading up into Resident Evil 9. So, but that would be cool to play some Undead Nightmare. It's so cold your fridge items will be fine without power. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And isn't it a shame that Red Dead 2 didn't get Undead Nightmare 2? That's kind of a shame. A Red Dead Undead Nightmare 2 would have been cool. Gator says, I'm on RE8 right now, almost caught up. I can't lie, 8 might be my favorite. I love Resident Evil 8. I loved Village. Village was great. It's not really scary, but it's a solid Resident Evil game. It has its moments where it's frightening sometimes on your first playthrough. And I think that goes for all Resident Evils, most of them. Where your first playthrough, terrifying moments. But your second playthrough, when you know what's coming, when you know what's around the corner, it's not too bad. Except for Resident Evil 2 with Mr. X. Resident Evil 2 with Mr. X. Mr. X is terrifying every time you play the game. He's always terrifying. Because he's just constantly following you. There's nothing you can do. He's just always there. So that's always terrifying. Need more Lady D. I saw this post the other day. I should have bookmarked it. I couldn't find it. If I tried right now, but it was just on my timeline. It was a random person who tweeted, and they said, Capcom making the Tyrant in Village versus 9. It's like, let's make our Tyrant. It was, I'm paraphrasing here. I'm trying to get it right. It was like, Capcom in quotes, let's make sure that the fans don't want to fuck our Tyrant this time. And it was a picture of Lady D. I almost said Lady Aaron D. That would have been a mistake. Lady D and the Hag from 9. Because let's face it, Lady D, yeah. Lady D and then the Hag, and Capcom was like, yeah, let's make sure that the fans don't want to fuck our Tyrant this time. What up, Dan? Says, yo, coming back from the gym, 2 hours full body session. Fuck yeah. What up, Dan? Dude, get after it, brother. Get after it. Shout out to Dan Bask. Shout out. Capcom? You mean Capcom? What? Capcom. But it's true, man. It's true. After that first Resident Evil Village trailer, and they showed off Lady D, like, first of all, everyone was hyped. Everyone's like, oh, this is going to be the big bad. This is the Tyrant for the whole game. Plus, she's hot. Plus, she's a fucking 11-foot tall, fucking big jugged mommy milkers, fucking 11-foot tall Amazon fucking hot vampire lady. Fucking sit on my face right now. But then you go to play Village and you realize that she's only in the game for, depending on if you're speed running or not, but she's really only in the first act of the game, if that. A little disappointing that Lady D is only in Village for like the first act, especially with all the promotion for Village was about her. Because if I remember correctly, they kept Mother Miranda under wraps. They kept Mother Miranda a secret in Village. It wasn't until you were playing the game where you're like, oh, Mother Miranda is the big bad in this game. I think in all the promotion, from what I remember, it was mostly like Lady D. But man, yeah. So we go from Lady D being the Tyrant in Village, and now in 9, Requiem, we have this Hag who is just not easy on the eyes. Terrifying, though. I'm sure it's going to be very frightening and scary when you play the game. But like I said, with those Resident Evil games, like, it's scary and terrifying the first time you play through, but then when you know what's coming, the second time, third time, fourth time, then it just becomes a pattern, and you're just trying to beat the game as fast as you can and develop some type of speed running technique. Is technique the right word? Technique? I don't know. It's early. X-Wing seems to be enjoying RE4 Remaster. Well, good. I hope he is. RE4 Remaster is a phenomenal game. Phenomenal. Hey, what up, man? Bro dude says, Beardo pattern. Yeah, pattern could be the word. Strategy. That's the word that I was looking for. You develop a strategy. Yeah. Let's get some super chats real quick and say what's up to you guys. VJ the Vigilant with the $2 says, morning, sunshine. Good morning to you. Thank you, VJ the Vigilant with the 2. Thundarius with the 5 says, just got done scooping snow and salting the sidewalk at the shop. It's 0 degrees, but feels like negative 12. Why can't MegaCon be next week? I need to escape. Middle of March, MegaCon week. It'll be hot, and it'll start to get humid. It'll start to get humid around that time. It won't be like, like fucking 60 or 70% humidity, but you'll feel the moisture a little bit in the air. Thank you, Thundarius, for the 5. Keenan with a 5. In Jesse Ventura's voice, can you say something about Liver King? About Liver King. About Liver King. In Jesse Ventura's voice, say something about Liver King. I have to think about something. You know, the Liver King. He calls himself the Liver King. He's eating organs, animal organs. I started eating. I might have been the first person to ever eat animal organs, such like liver, in Vietnam. I was a U.S. Navy SEAL. Did Liver King ever serve his country? Is he a patriot? I don't think so. But I'm just asking questions. I live in the Baja. Where does Liver King live? In Montana? Something like that. Thank you for the 5. K. Joe with a $5 says, good morning. Good morning to you, K. Joe. Good morning to you. In the Baja. What up, Lenko? Kenobi says, what's up, Beardo? What up, Lenko? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Renaissance Nerd Adam says, Kay, I just realized I had a dream last night of everyone doing Jesse Ventura voices because of this. You're welcome. You're welcome. What up, Adam? Granola says, that was the first time I heard you do Ventura. I've been doing it all week, man. Me and Mike have been doing it all week. DJ Skylo says, copying Meek. How could I possibly be copying Meek when me and Mike at X-Wing and Marv all started doing it at the same time? And how could I be copying Meek if Meek is copying Jesse Ventura? That just doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make sense. Let's see here. We got New Son of Earth with a 6 months. Morning, Beardo. Hope you are well. What is your favorite Western? Mine is John Wayne's Rio Bravo. My favorite Western is Django. Django Unchained with Tarantino, Christoph Waltz, and Jamie Foxx. Django's my favorite Western. Thank you, New Son of Earth. Lotus Flower with 5 gifted Fear the Beardo memberships. Thank you, Lotus Flower, for the gifted membership. Sancho with the 5 says cover charge. Thank you. Thank you for reminding the chat that there is a cover charge. It's not a tax, it's a cover charge. Thank you. No, I know, DJ Skylo. I know you're just kidding. All right, boys, where do we want to start here? Where do we want to start? I mean, most of the stuff that I have pulled up and bookmark is just upsetting. We're just going to make fun of fucking retards. This chick has been going viral. What's her name? Jennifer Welch. The newest retard on the block. She hates white men. She hates Trump supporters. She probably hates men in general. She also probably hates herself. And if I looked how she looked, I would probably hate myself too. She is the newest retard to hit the viral scene. This says, Jennifer Welch says, Trump supporters should stop going to ethnic food restaurants. In quotes, get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant and get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel. So before we even listen to what this retard says, she's saying that Cracker Barrel, she's inadvertently saying that Cracker Barrel is only for white people, that black people or other minorities aren't welcome at Cracker Barrel, that they don't like Cracker Barrel. I'm sure that there's a fair share of my brothers out there that love Cracker Barrel. Okay? But this dumb retard, while she's trying to make a point about white people not going to Mexican restaurants or Thai restaurants or Indian restaurants, whatever, that they belong at Cracker Barrel, only eat at Cracker Barrel. I'm sure some of my brothers out there probably fucking throw down at Cracker Barrel. I'm just saying. She doesn't even realize that. She doesn't even realize that she's saying that, you know, people of color aren't allowed to eat at Cracker Barrel while she's saying this statement, which is just retarded. But let's go ahead and listen to her whole thing and make fun of her.
I've had it with white people that triple trumped.
Yeah.
that
That's me.
have the nerve.
I voted 3 times for president in my entire life. All 3 times I voted for Trump. First 2 times in California, and the last time in Florida.
And the audacity. White people that triple trumped, that have the nerve and the audacity.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why just white people? Why just white people? Why is she only saying white people that triple trumped? What if you are a Mexican person and you've voted for Trump 3 times? What if you're in Australians are white. What if you're, I don't know, what if you're a black person and you voted for Trump 3 times? I know a lot of them. But it's only white people because white guy bad. White guy bad.
Audacity.
The audacity. The audacity. Oh my gosh. The audacity to do that.
To walk into a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, go to perhaps their gay hairdresser. I don't think you should be able to enjoy anything but Cracker Barrel. And if you want to...
That's racist. That's racist. What she's saying is racist. And what she's saying, and I know we're beating a dead horse here because we constantly have to remind these retards. Trump isn't going after Americans. It doesn't matter if you're a Chinese, Japanese, Mexican, black, Indian, doesn't fucking matter. If you are a legal citizen, if you have American citizenship, ICE is not going after you. Trump does not hate these people. We are going after the criminals. And guess what? And their other argument is, well, some of these illegal immigrants have never committed a crime. They don't have a criminal record. Did you just miss the part where they are an illegal immigrant? The crime is in the name. You broke our laws. You came into the country illegally. You are an illegal immigrant. An illegal alien is a better term because that's what it's always been until this fucking liberal word police came out and said, well, you're not allowed to say this because that's offensive. You're not allowed to say this word because that's offensive. Oh, you can't refer to those people as that because that's offensive. You're not allowed to say this. That offends me. But it's always the fucking liberal white woman who's fucking who's the word police saying that we can't use certain words. We're going to invent new words that are better. And then guess what? A few years go by, and now those words that they've created, now those are out of touch. Now those are out of date. Those words that they invented to categorize people, 5 years go on, and now those words are offensive and out of touch now. How about we just stop listening to these fucking retards? Stop doing it. I remember I was in college. I was taking some type of fucking like English literature class in college. And there was like this debate project where we had to debate something. And we were put into groups. And then we were assigned one group to debate, but 2 separate groups within that group to debate each side. And the debate was, believe it or not, in California, the debate was transgendered bathrooms. And I'm debating with this white woman. And she was calling me a cis male. I had never heard of that before. This was brand new to me. First time ever I'm hearing what cis male is. This chick calling me this. I said, what? She's like, oh my gosh, You are so uneducated. How could you be so out of touch? You are a cis male. I'm like, well, then tell me, enlighten me. What is a cis male? She's like, well, are you straight? Do you date women? I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking gay. Yeah. I like boobies and vagine. Okay. I like women. And she's like, well, then you're a cis male. I'm like, no, I'm just normal. Don't fucking put like a fucking precursor fucking tagline on me. I'm not no fucking cis male. What the fuck is cis? I'm just normal. I'm a normal person. And she's like, no, you're cis. That's what it's called. You're cis. And I said, no. She's like, what do you mean no? And I said, I reject the words that you're using because it's not a real term. It's not a real word. I don't care what your fucking gender study fucking professor told you in the previous fucking period. No, I will not engage in conversation with you if you're going to call me a cis male. It just won't happen. I'll just call you retarded. Cis. No, you don't do it. You don't do it. You don't respond to cis. You don't do it. You don't respond to the they, thems. You don't respond to pronouns. You don't respond to people wanting to be a fucking giraffe. You don't respond to people who think that they're a cat or a dog or some type of fucking animal. Polyamorous, fucking pansexual, fucking non-binary, fucking they, them, but I still date women and I'm a man. No. You're just Doug. How about that? How about I just call you Doug? How about that? You don't put up with people fucking calling you cis. It doesn't make sense. You're just normal. You're just a normal dude. Okay? You're a normal dude who likes soft women. Okay? Holy shit. Anyways, that's a true story that happened in college.
Triple Trump, and you want to browbeat DEI, and you want to browbeat gay people, and you want to browbeat black people as you've been doing for 400 years. And you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants that come over.
See, so what's browbeat? I don't know what browbeat is. I have never thought about punching a gay person until this woman brought it to my attention. I don't know what browbeat is. But now that she's saying it, you know what? It might be fun to, walk up and just fucking punch a gay person in the face. Only if they're insulting me by using this fucking inclusive fucking language bullshit. It might be, adrenaline inducing. It might be thrilling to do it. I don't know. I've never thought about it. But now that this fucking dumb bitch is saying it, you know what? Now I am thinking about it. So good on you. Now I'm thinking about it.
And you want to browbeat black people as you've been doing for 400 years. And you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants that come over here and open up businesses earnestly, pay their taxes. You want to demonize them and call.
It's not earnestly. We're not going after the people who are doing it legit. ICE isn't going after people who did it legit, who did it the right way. They're not. That's a myth. It's false. It's a fugazi. It's a wazi-a-woozy. It's fairy dust. But the people, like in Minnesota, like that one streamer, I forget his name, he just went to Congress the other day. We're going after the fucking bullshit fucking Somalis in Minnesota, in Minnesota, who are opening these fake businesses. Most of them are daycares, to get funded by the government, and it's a fake business. First of all, they're here illegally. They're opening up businesses. Nick Shirley, thank you, Nick Shirley. Yes. They're opening up businesses. They're getting government assistance, and it's all fake. And they're here illegally, and it's fraud. Get them the fuck out. Gone. See you later. And the worst part is some of these people we're electing into our government. They're elected officials. They're congressmen. their governors, their mayors, who aren't taking the oath on the Bible, who don't have America's best interest in mind. They have their homeland's best interest in mind. I'm going to run for government, get elected, and then with my power as a government official, I'm going to take the hard-earned taxpayer money and send it to my home country where my family's from. That is treason. That's treason. And the fact that we fucking tolerate this shit. Do you think that if let's make something up. Do you think if I went to Iran and said, okay, I want dual citizenship, which dual citizenship in most of these countries doesn't exist. You can't even get citizenship. You're just there. In America, we offer citizenship, dual citizenship too. But a lot of these countries, if you weren't born there, sorry, foreigner, you're out of luck. There's no citizenship in some of these countries. Let's say I go to Iran and say, you know what? I'm going to move to Iran and I am going to run for government, not have Iran's best interest in mind. I'm going to stay solid and steadfast in my support for the United States. And when I get elected, I'm going to take the Iranian people's tax dollars and send it over to the United States to help the United States out. They would kill me. They would cut off my fucking head, put it on a stick, and run it through the fucking city, and they'd all be celebrating, lighting off fireworks. But yet here in America, this is happening everywhere. Where you have people from foreign countries, or their families were from foreign countries. Maybe they were born here, but their family is from foreign countries. And they run for government, and they're like, yeah, Somalia first, fucking Israel first, Palestine first. We're going to take your taxpayer money and we are going to go fund the next war that our country wants to get into. How did we get here? Why do we allow this to happen? It's treason by definition. It's insane, man, and how we tolerate this shit.
Them rapists and felons and all this shit when the fittest generation of immigrants that come over here and open up businesses earnestly, pay their taxes, you want to demonize them and call them rapists and felons and all this shit.
We only call the illegal aliens who are rapists and felons. Those are the people that we call rapists and felons. Wow. Crazy, right? We only call the illegals rapists and felons who are rapists and felons. Isn't that crazy, dude? Wild.
Shit when the felon is the teeny weeny mushroom cock piece of shit cankles.
Name calling. Wow. Very professional name calling.
McTaco tits at the top.
McTaco tits. How many nicknames did she just give Trump right there? How many different demonize? You want to demonize? Oh, how about this? You want to demonize as she goes on to follow up by insulting and demonizing Trump. Huh. I'm smelling a little bit of hypocrisy there.
Demonize them and call them rapists and felons and all this shit when the felon is the teeny weeny mushroom cock piece of shit cankles McTaco tits at the top of the ticket. I have fucking had it from top to bottom. White people that triple Trump.
Why is it just white people again? Why is it just white people? Why is it just white people? Because in this past election, Trump won the popular vote. Obviously, the Electoral College, and it was a he won the majority, dude. He won the majority. This was a mandate. Trump won by mandate. You think that mandate here in America, that was just all white people doing it? That was just all white people? No. Guarantee you that there was plenty of people with skin color that don't share the same skin color as you, lady, voted for Trump 3 times. But no, it's the white people's fault.
Should be banned, boycotted from enjoying the best thing that America has to offer, which is multiculturalism.
That's not the best thing America has to offer. Multiculturalism? I strongly disagree with that. That is not the best thing that America has to offer. It's cool. Sure, why not? If you're a good person and you love America and you want to put America first and you want a better life, bring your family over here and you are going to die on the sword of America and say, you know what? I come from a different country, but that country was no good. I was born in a misfortune in a different country and I want to do everything in my power to move to America for a better life for my country, then by all means, come on in. By all means. If you're going to respect Christianity, you don't have to be a Christian, but at least respect Christianity. If you're going to put America first, and you're going to do it the right way, then by all means, come on in. But that's not what's happening, is it? That's not what's happening. I just bit my tongue right there when I said that. These people are coming in illegally, having children, anchor babies, who are granted citizenship, which I think that should change. And then when ICE rolls in, because these people are committing fraud, and they've already committed a crime by coming in here illegally, they're saying, oh, well, you're separating families. You're separating families. Oh, my gosh. Well, we don't have to separate families. You fucking send the kids with them, too. No more separating families. If the parents are getting deported, send the fucking kids, too. Get them the fuck out. But her saying the best part of America is our multiculturalism, hard disagree. Hard disagree. You know what the best part of America is? Baseball, football, hot dogs, cheeseburgers, beer, chicks with big tits, jets, our fucking military, dude. That's the best part. Guns. That's right, guns. Yeah. Barbecue. Barbecue. That's what the best part about fucking America is. Titties, barbecue, and sports, and guns, and beer. Multiculturalism is not the best part of America, lady. Come on, get with the fucking program. Get with the program. X-Wing in the house. What up, X-Wing? Says they were incentivized once with 3,000, again with 1,000, and now we're kicking them out. Why are they upset? Our prisons are loaded with criminals taken away from their families. Exactly. And they'll be the first one. These women, I got to point to the other side. These women are the ones who are saying, who want to elect judges who are light on crime, who are light on violent crimes. But then they're the ones that are in the same breath going to say, toxic masculinity. I don't feel safe walking to my car alone at night. What happens when I get off of my job or I get out of school or university and I have to walk to the parking lot, get to my car all alone? I'm scared because of this toxic masculinity. What are you talking about? You voted for this. You voted for the judges who are light on crime, and you applaud when the 14-time fucking, criminal fucking, physical violence fucking criminal gets let out early on bail or bond and doesn't go to prison. You celebrate, you cheer at the fucking sky about how fucking virtuous and righteous you are as the liberal white woman. But then in the same breath, oh my gosh, I'm so scared of all the toxic masculinity, the world around me. I'm so vulnerable. I'm so vulnerable in this world around me that you created. Let's see. I see Fake Wizards here. What up, Fake Wizard? I don't feel safe walking to my car at night either, but that's because there are werewolves in my neighborhood. What the fuck? Dude. Fake Wizard, man. It's too early. It's too early for the tequila, man. Put down the tequila. Wait till it's about 4 or 5 o'clock. I know it's Saturday. But, you know, make the margaritas around 4 or 5. Anyways.
Get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant. Get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel because nobody wants to see your fucking smug ass, teeny weeny, pink arm, big gut around. Nobody wants to see that shit. No one.
Yeah, just an evil, smug bitch. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. Retarded. Retarded's another one that we can use. And here's the thing. I'm a white boy who grew up in Southern California. I know how to fucking make Mexican food. So sure, I'll play by your rules. I don't need to go to a Mexican restaurant to have good Mexican food. I'll make it at my fucking house and I'll probably do it 2 times better. I make some fucking bomb-ass fucking Mexican food. So yeah, guess what? This fucking white guy, triple trumper, I'll make the Mexican food better. Because that's just what I do. Because I'm built fucking different. I'm cut from a different cloth. Anyways. What else do we want to get mad at? What else do we want to get mad at today? She's probably wild in bed, though. Do you think that bitch fucking puts out? No. No. Anyways. I can't remember if we watched this one on Bro Science. I don't think we did, but we'll watch it again. But let's get some super chats again here real quick. Cole Hauser with a 2 says, I have driven on an ice highway, scary as fuck. So up in Canada land, when you have this ice like this, do you have to do chains on your tires? Is that a thing? Do you guys do chains on the tires when it's this kind of conditions like that? Thank you for the 2, Cole Hauser. And Jeanette with a gifted FearTheBeardo membership. Thank you, and Jeanette. No chains. No chains in Canada land for those kind of... No chains for the conditions. I know in California, it's like required. Like if you're driving up to like Lake Arrowhead or Big Bear and there's ice or snow on the ground, it's like required. They have like checkpoints. Like the cops or the highway patrol will set up checkpoints to make sure that you have chains on your tires. Pretty sure that that's a requirement. They might have changed it. I don't know. Spirian with a 2 says, I have to head out for work, Beardo. Later, everyone. Hey, Spirian, thank you, man. You have a good one. Thank you for the 2. Jeremy Springer with a 2. Jeremy Springer, huh? Thank you for the $2. Cole Hauser says, I just tagged you on a video on the ice highway. Tagged? Okay, let me pull it up. Tagged or DM'd? Oh, here we go. So here's my brother. Nope, wrong screen. Wrong screen, Beardo. Here's my boy Cole Hauser here. When I had to drive on an ice highway once, you can't wear seatbelts. I did put the window down all the way after because when you go in, you need to get out fast. What? So you can't wear seatbelts? Why is that? What do you mean you can't wear seatbelts? What's that mean? Can't wear seatbelts when you're driving on an ice highway? Explain that one to me. Because of drowning? Because of drowning? Because if your car goes in, you need to get out. Oh, so that's why you roll the windows down so that the water can get inside the car so you can open up your car door, right? So no seatbelts, keep the window down so that the car can fill up with water so you're able to open up the car door. Gotcha. They did that on Mythbusters. I can't remember if it was found confirmed or plausible. But like, I think the theory is, I can't remember if they confirmed it. If your windows are up and your car doesn't fill up with water when it's completely submerged in water, the pressure, you can't open the door because the pressure is too strong. Jason Nelson says D-Day Karen is already streaming. Well, of course he is. Of course he is. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. And thank you for letting the entire chat know that they can go watch Jeremy instead of me. I appreciate that. Thanks. Anyways, Cole Hauser's video here when he had to drive on an ice highway. Dude, that's wild, bro.
It's really interesting traveling on ice.
Nice, yeah. Things we have to do in York Simcoe.
That's crazy, dude. Cole Hauser, what kind of car is this? I'm surprised you fit in this car, dude. If you guys don't know Cole Hauser's like a 6'8", 300-pound black man. Like, this dude is the real life Incredible Hulk. And it's not a fat 300 pounds. He is a fucking like Ray Lewis size 300 pounds. 6'8", 300 pounds, just fucking muscle from head to tippy toe. This guy. What kind of car are you driving, dude? I'm surprised you fit in that thing. Yeah, how do you know where to drive? That's a great question. Bro is a side of beef? Dude, he's the entire fucking entree. No homo. I'm just being honest. Let's see here. We got a $10 from Smegheads with a $10. It's okay when the left are racist, Beardo. Kathy Hochul. Black kids in the Bronx don't even know what the word computer is. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black, etc. It's literal projection. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Fucking Hillary said this. Kamala said this. Nancy Pelosi said this. This is the whole, shit, I forgot what I was going to say. It's racist is what it is. What the fuck? Oh, the voter ID thing. That's what it was. Voter ID. Hillary, Kamala, Nancy Pelosi, and I'm sure there's more of them. It had to do with the whole voter ID thing. And they're like, well, it's racist to have voter ID because black people don't know how to register to vote. We need to make voting easier. We need mail-in ballots, not just because of COVID, but we need mail-in ballots because black people don't know how to vote. They don't know how to sign into a computer. They don't know how to register to vote. So we just need mail-in ballots and no voter ID because black people don't know how to do it. That is fucking racist. That's terrible. What the fuck are you saying? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me by saying that? Do they not realize how fucking racist they are by saying that? And here's the thing. I'll do you one better. I don't care what your skin color is. If you're too stupid to register to vote, if you're too stupid to figure out a computer, you probably shouldn't be voting. Period. I don't care if you're fucking white, purple, green, yellow. I don't fucking care what your skin color is. If you are too stupid to register to vote, and if you don't know how to use a computer, then you shouldn't be voting, period. I don't fucking care. But for these fucking retards to say, oh, voter ID is inherently racist because black people don't know how to register to vote, then they shouldn't be voting. And that goes for any skin color. But them saying that about black people, that is fucking crazy. That's wild to say that. Here we go. This one's fun. No caption here. I don't remember if we did this one on Wednesday, but let's go ahead and listen to it.
Confessions of a Single Mom of 3, let's do it.
I don't think we did. Confession from a single mom of 3. Right off the bat. Confessions of a single mom of 3. Okay.
Confessions of a single mom of 3, let's do it. Y'all really just be broke out here, huh? I'm talking to the men right now.
Why is she talking like that? Why is she talking like that, man? What's up with that? And by the way she's talking, I could assume what race her children are. Just connecting the dots here. Process of elimination. I'm going to go ahead and make a very well-educated guess on the race of her the race of her children.
Let's do it. Y'all really just be broke out here, huh? I'm talking to the men right now. Let me put you on, buddy. If you're interested in a woman and she says something like, I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow, how hard is it for you to be like, okay, I'm gonna send you $100?
Yeah. Oh, trust me, boys. It gets worse.
Do you not have $100 to spare?
You just not have $100 for me to do my nails? And it's the tale as old as time. Every time we talk about these dumb bitches who are always trying to make a point, why is it always like this? They're always talking like this. Why? And they're always doing this. They're talking like this. Every syllable they pronounce, their wrist has to follow the sound. Why? Why do you do it? Why do you do that? Stop that. It's not necessary.
The most she'll spend is $30 if you order her some food to her house. Order her some food to her work.
You don't want a boyfriend. You don't want a husband. You want a sugar daddy. You want an emotional support puppy. You don't want, because the guy, lady, let me tell you this. And she knows this. She's just not saying it out loud, but she knows it. She knows it damn well. She's the first one that knows it. She is not going to fucking sleep with that guy. She's not going to put out with that guy. She's not going to cook for that guy. She's not going to clean for that guy. She's not going to fucking give the sucky to this guy. The guy that's going to give her all this fucking just extra money. Oh, go get your nails done. Go get your toes done. Go get your hair done. Go get your eyelashes done. Whatever. First of all, men shouldn't be fucking paying for that in the first place for your woman. Unless the woman doesn't have a job, you guys are married, the man is the only breadwinner in the house, and the mom is unemployed, and the mom's job is to be the mom at home, then yes, of course, the man is going to pay for that stuff. Of course. But you're single, bitch. You're fucking single. I'm assuming you probably have a job or you're living off of government assistance. So you got money. And I'll contradict myself here a little bit. If you're on government assistance, you should not be getting your nails done. You should not be getting the eyelash extensions. Okay? You just shouldn't. You have other priorities to handle, like food, rent, okay? Taking care of your kids, making sure your kids have the school supplies and the backpack and the fucking pencils and the crayons. Make sure your kids are taken care of. If you're on government assistance, paint your own fucking nails, okay? Put on some mascara, do whatever. But if you're on the government assistance, all that fucking luxury fucking bullshit goes out the window. You shouldn't be doing it. Take care of your kids. Make sure that the fridge is full and there's food in the pantry. But anyways, to get back to the point, her fucking emasculating men, saying that men should be, whatever boyfriend or husband that she's with, should be paying for her shit. she ain't gonna respect that guy. The men, gentlemen, I'm speaking to you right now. And I've said this before. When you're in a relationship, whether you're dating or married, if you are going all out above and beyond, yes, honey, yes, wife, what can I do more for you? Oh, you're the best. Do I want to go out and have beers with the boys? No, I would much rather stay at home and watch Bachelorette with you. What do you need me to do? Oh, I got some free time, honey. Do you want me to do something for you? Dude, the pussy could not be drier. She's not going to respect you, and she's going to go off and fucking cheat on you and fuck somebody else, dude. If you're just this sad fucking puppy who's just giving you all of your money to this fucking dumb bitch and just slaving and doing everything. Hey, I got some free time. What can I do for you, princess? What can I do? How much money do you need? The pussy's going to be dry, bro. She ain't going to fuck you. Okay? What women want is a man who respects himself and stands up for himself. Who is willing to say no to her. Hey, the boys are going out to the bar. We're going to watch the football game. I'm going to go have some beers. Really? Yeah. See ya. I'll see you at 11 o'clock. You know what happens when you roll home? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. She ain't going to be upset. She ain't going to be upset. You haven't trained her to be upset at you. But when you're constantly giving her all this stuff, she gets used to it. And then the moment you don't do the one thing that she expects you to do because you've been doing all this stuff, now she's pissed. Now she's pissed. Because you've trained her. You've trained her to expect all of this stuff. What can I do for you? How much money do you need? Go out and buy the new purse. Go out with the girlfriends. Have a girls' night. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. What more can I do for you? You're training her that that's how you're going to behave, and then the moment you don't do that, you're having a bad day. You're feeling lazy. You want to just watch the game. You want to whatever. The moment you don't do those things that you trained her to accept, now she's fucking pissed, and now you're gonna have a fucking problem. Lady Aaron D's right. Ladies, you got to make your man want to buy you stuff. You can't treat him like shit and expect a payout. If you aren't washing his clothes, cooking his meals, and putting out, he doesn't owe you nothing. Bingo! Bingo! And that's coming from a woman. That is coming from a woman. Men are very simple, man. Men are very simple. And I hate saying that. I hate it when I hear women and men say men are simple creatures because it's true, but it makes us sound dumb. But men are simple creatures. You fucking put out, give us some titty and a little sucky, tickle our backs, and make us some food every now and then. And we're good. We're good. We're good. And then you know what happens after that? And I see Yellow Flash in the chat. What up, Yellow Flash? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Flash. And then you know what happens after that, ladies? When you check those 3 boxes, you'll have the man fucking mowing the lawn. You'll have him fucking doing extra shit. You'll have him like, hey, you know what? I got some free time. How about I fucking sweep and vacuum this time? You know? How about I mow the lawn? Oh, the fucking sink in the bathroom needs fixed? Let me go do that real quick. 3 very important things for ladies in relationships. Just put out, get some back tickles, and, you know, make some food, do the laundry sometimes. It's not too bad. Not too bad. And you will get a fucking dude to jump mountains for you. Mike says yikes. Why do you say yikes, Mike? Everyone in the chat's agreeing with me. Everyone in the chat's agreeing. I don't know why you say yikes. But for men like what this sad individual is saying, like if you're dating me, you need to pay for my nails, you need to pay for my hair, you need to pay for my eyelashes. It's fucking insanity, dude.
I'm trying to put you on game. Like, you need to listen to me. Like, it actually grosses me out whenever I tell a man that I'm talking to, I'm going to get my lashes done, and the only words out of his mouth are, well, let me see a picture when you're done. How about you send me $75 to pay for
Yeah,
it? $75 is pocket change.
$75 in pocket change. You know what I'd rather do with $75 than buy your fucking eyelashes that are going to fall off in a week? I'd rather buy myself a video game, is what I'd rather do. I'd rather buy myself a video game. How about I go to the grocery store and buy some fucking beef and some fucking asparagus and a gallon of milk and a case of beer, and let's have a nice dinner. How about that? How about that? And the dude, when you say, hey, I'm going to go get my eyelashes done, and a dude says, oh, that's great, send me a picture when it's done. He cares. He's showing that he cares. He wants to see how pretty you look after you're done getting your eyelash extensions or whatever. Send me a picture. I want to see how pretty you look after that. He's showing that he fucking cares. It's not his responsibility. Now, if the man said, hey, babe, I want you to get your nails done and in this color, then sure, yes, he should pay for it if it was his idea. If the man says, hey, honey, you haven't got your eyelash extensions in a while. I know that you like it. Why don't you go and do that? By all means, the man should be paying for it if it's his idea. But if the chick is like, hey, I have an eyelash appointment on fucking Wednesday, that is not his responsibility to fucking do that. If you're dating, if you're married and the mom is unemployed, the wife is unemployed, then yes, obviously the man's going to pay for it. But if you're just dating and the chick, you got your own money and you schedule the appointment yourself and you say, hey, boyfriend, I'm going to go get my eyelashes done. That is not his fucking responsibility.
Well, let me see a picture when you're done. How about you send me $75 to pay for it? $75 is pocket change. Why are you not?
That is not pocket change. Nobody carries cash anymore. What are you talking about, pocket change? Pocket change is a dead word. It's like Latin. It's dead. Pocket change don't exist anymore. Nobody carries cash. What are you talking about?
Offering to pay for that, especially since you want a photo of it afterward. Look, I'm gonna just start dating the women for you guys since y'all suck at it. Like, women.
You should. You should. Make somebody else's life miserable that's not a man.
Women want to be taken care of first and foremost. I don't care what anyone says. Like, being taken care of is the most attractive thing for a woman.
Absolutely. That's the smartest thing that she said. Absolutely. I agree with you. Women should be taken care of. But are you doing your part? Are you doing your part? Are you holding up your end of the deal? What are you doing? Are you taking care of the kids? Are you making sure that the house is clean? While the man is out there working at 8 to 5 with an hour commute to work and home? Are you holding up your end of the deal? Yes, women and wives should be taken care of. But are you doing your part? Or else you're just going to get a dead, shallow shell of a man that ultimately, when you run him dry emotionally, you're not even going to recognize the guy anymore. You're not even going to recognize who you're with anymore if you're not holding up your end of the deal.
Telling me that you talk to a woman and you're not calling her? You're just literally using your little thumbs to text? Are you 12 years old? You guys, I can't deal with this. Like, y'all are just so annoying to me. Some of you are rolling your eyes being like, women just want to take our money. You just want to take our body? And what?
Well, hold on. What'd she just say? She said, men are like, you only want to take our money. And then she said, well, you only want to take our body. Let me go ahead and rewind it real quick to the very beginning.
Confessions of a Single Mama 3, let's do it.
Oh, bingo! We got her. We got her. It only took her 1 minute and 20 seconds to completely contradict herself. Holy shit. She contradicted herself in 1 minute and 20 seconds, boys. Oh, well, men only want our bodies. Fast forward to the very beginning. I'm a single mother of 3. How did you wind up with those 3 children? Why are you single? I have a few ideas. I have a few ideas of why you are a single mother of 3. Emphasis on the 3 and emphasis on the single. And then a minute, 20 seconds later, you only want my body. Well, you gave it up.
To me. Some of you are rolling your eyes being like, women just want to take our money. You just want to take
How
our
many
body?
baby daddies? That is
what?
another good question.
Like, on facts. I don't know. Y'all are weird.
That's another good question. I'm assuming, safe bet, probably at least 2. Probably at least 2. I would say 2. And usually how it goes for these women, how it goes is usually the first baby daddy is 1 and the second baby daddy's 2 because she's trying to show up and one up the first baby daddy. That's usually how it goes. She's trying to stick it to the first baby daddy and say, oh, look, my new man's, he's got 2 babies. You only have 1. You're a bum. I didn't love you that much. You only gave me 1 baby. I only wanted 1 of your babies. My second baby daddy, oh, he's better than you, first baby daddy. He's got 2 of my babies. That's usually how it goes. And I'm just stating facts here, boys. I don't lie to you. I don't lie to you. There's one thing that Fear the Beardo is not, is a liar. Speaking of baseball. Mike says, some crazy bitch on TikTok fishing for clicks ain't how I develop my worldview on marriage and relationships. That's all. But they're out there. And I'm not saying, like, no, Mike, you have a point. You have a point. But I'm not saying that that's not how it should be. But unfortunately nowadays, Mike, you got very lucky. Happy marriage, children. But nowadays, unfortunately, that's the exception, not the rule. These fucking whores on the fucking TikTok and Instagram and shit, unfortunately for like the younger generation, like from nowadays, like ages 30 and below, like in the dating range. So let's say like 21 to 35, and the current dating range, 31 to 35. Speaking for me specifically, and you guys too. Like how that bitch was talking, that's the rule. That's the rule now. There are exceptions. But unfortunately, that's the rule. Plus, for content, it's fun to make fun of these retards. You know what's not retarded? Baseball, hot dogs, and beer. Do you guys like baseball, hot dogs, and beer? I'm a fan. I'm a fan of baseball, hot dogs, and beer. Big fan. Yep. I'm about it. I am about it. That's a nice tall boy beer, Yingling, a hot dog, and a ball game. I could go for a ball game right now. You know what I'm saying? I think this could make anybody a baseball fan. Yeah. That's a big... Yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and leave it up. Let's read some super chats. Vault 95 with a 199 says, they are not immigrants. They are criminal aliens. Thank you. Yes, sir. Sis Beardo with $1. Appreciate it. Thank you. Smegheads with a 2 says, getting huge WEF World Economic Forum globalism talk from this. I mean, yeah. And we've talked about that before on this show. I think a few weeks ago with when Jay was on Overtime with Beardo, we talked about that. And we can get into that. We can do a deep dive because I like doing that. I like talking conspiracies. I need to find this woman's name. I need to find this woman's name. I would love to follow this woman on Instagram. If anybody knows who this is in the chat, drop the name, because this would be a great follow on Instagram, I'm sure. Huevos says Danny Cooper. Danny Cooper? That sounds like a dude. I think you're trolling me. Her name is Grok. What a hell of a woman. What a hell of a woman right there. Yeah. Fable of Man with the 4 months says, booze, boobs, and boomsticks. I'll drink to that. Cheers. Hell yeah, man. Cheers. Good morning. Draken with the 199 says, I'm 6'2", 280, but it's a chubby 280. Hey, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. 6'2", 280. 6'2", 280. I'm 6'2", 235-ish. I could probably lose about 15 pounds. I like being around like 220. That's where I'm comfortable. Thank you, Draken. I feel like I got a shit. Winnie Cooper, Babe of the Week contestant. Yeah, but I need some more source material here. Her name is Tamika. Okay, you guys are trolling me. Is that the Hispanic weather lady? No, that's Yanette Garcia is the Mexican weather lady. Grapthar's Hammer with the 10 says, just got in, not sure what we're talking about, but white liberal women are the worst, and so are the soy-infested men that think they have a chance with them. Yeah. You said it, man. You said it. Hey, what up, Quagmire with a $5 says, hey, been a few days, watch heavy metal, hope everyone's good. Hail the IDOT to the 199, going into work. Working on a Saturday? Good luck, man. Hey, you have a good day, Quagmire. Thank you for the 5. So, I mean, yeah, if we want to talk about the World Economic Forum and the globalization and what's really is the New World Order, that's the plan. That's what's happening right now in America. That's not really the conspiracy. Hey, what up, Jen? Saska, Twisted Twin says, hail chat, what's good? Good to see you, Jen. Good to see you. Good morning. That's what's happening right now in America, because America has to fall for the globalization New World Order plan to go through. America's the last one. Britain's already gone. The UK's gone. UK's taken over. So RIP to the UK. It's gone. See you later. Adios. Ciao. Gone. America's the last one. And the problem with America is that we have guns. That's the problem. That's why it's going to be the hardest. But that's why these liberal Democrats are flooding our country with illegal aliens for votes and stuff. And all the fraud and everything, and trying to demonize Trump and to, put Trump in prison, and all of these, taking him to court, and all these crimes that they tried to commit Trump of. It's all a part of the bigger plan. It's not just Trump. They're not just after Trump because they hate Trump. They're after us. And Trump stands in their way. And that's what we need to understand. They don't hate Trump because he's Trump. They hate Trump because he stands in their way of getting to us. The whole World Economic Forum, Bilderberg Group, and the New World Order, one world government, which is what they're after. And this is in the end times. This is in Revelation. America's the last one. And then they can do what they want. The one world government, one world currency, the mark of the beast. That's the plan. And if you guys don't know what the Bilderberg Group is, you need to look up the Bilderberg Group. And I'll tell you, but do your own research too. The Bilderberg Group is pretty much the big heads of the World Economic Forum, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Soros, all of the powerful people, and the Freemasons and stuff. They meet up once a year. Once a year. It's an annual meeting that goes on for like 2 or 3 days. And they talk about what the agenda is going to be. What are we going to put in the news? What are we going to put in the news? What agenda and propaganda are we going to put in the news worldwide? It's a meeting, the Bilderberg Group, look it up. It's a group of the world elites. A lot of them are from Israel, who back Israel, who have Israel first in mind. Just saying that this isn't opinion, this is fact. Just stating the facts. And they meet once a year, this Bilderberg Group, and they discuss on what agenda are we going to put out into the world. What propaganda are we going to give to the sheep, which is us? We're the sheep. We're the cattle. How are we going to brainwash and manipulate the sheep? And this isn't fucking conspiracy. This is true. This is fact. You can look up the Bilderberg Group. Bilderberg Group. And the big picture, the big plan is the one world government, one world currency, new world order. And this is all written down in the Bible, in the book of Revelations. The new world order. And that's the plan. But America has to fall first. America is the last one. We're the last one. If America falls, their agenda is on fast track pace. Then they got it. One world government. You're going to have one president and a cabal of elites who are ruling the entire world. And this is prophesied in the book of Revelations. You're going to have the false prophet and the Antichrist who are going to rule the one world government. If you're Christian, we know this. If you've read the book of Revelations, we know this. That's the end game. That's the end game. So, anyways, why that relates to today is because of all of the nonsense that we're seeing in America. We've been seeing it for a long time. For the past 2 decades, even longer, this has been in motion. I would say post-World War II, this has been in motion for the West, for the United States. Slowly infecting our government. Slowly infecting, taking control, ownership of our media, of our government, of everything that we are told and see on the TV, everything, what commercials that we see, what prescription drugs are being sold, what companies, you need to look at the companies of the prescription drugs that are being sold at pharmacies, what doctors are, what brand of prescription drugs these doctors are prescribing you. It's all planned out. It's all planned. And if you don't think it is, then I'm sorry, but you're a retard. Bilderberg Group. Look it up. Look it up. There you go. The Bilderberg Group. That's how you spell it. Anyways, ass in baseball. And this is how they get us distracted. And it's easy. They're doing a damn good job. This is how they get us tinfoil hat. Not really tinfoil hat. Just an expression. Just a saying. This is how they get us distracted. By ass, hot dogs, beer, and baseball. That's how they get us distracted. And boy, I'll tell you what, I'm distracted. COVID was the test. Allegedly it was the test. Allegedly. It's a good distraction, not gonna lie. Let's see here. Ghost wins with a 109 says you can go to any Walmart and vote. Yeah. There you go. Rathar's Hammer with the 2 says long nails, slow down sandwich making, no money for you. I like that. Antoine with a 4 months says, bro, Adam 22 lost in a boxing match yesterday by the guy who he let do his wife twice on camera. Couldn't be me, man, dude. I was going to talk about that and bring that up today. Should we talk about that and bring that up? I don't really want to give those guys any attention because it's porn. It was a porn boxing match. I guess we can talk about it a little bit. We can talk about it. I think I have a bookmark somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Do I? Yeah, I do. Okay. I won't get. I'll paint the picture for you. So Adam 22, whatever. This is all stupid. It's a fucking porn argument. Whatever. So Adam 22 is this porn guy who's married to this chick. Her name is Lena. Lena the Plug is her porn name. He lets other dudes sleep with his wife all the time. They're both porn stars. They're both fucking other people all the time, but they're married. Anyways, she fucked this dude, made porn with this dude, Jason Love. She made porn with this dude twice. And she on a podcast with her husband said that he was like the best sex that she ever had. To her husband. Adam 22, the white guy, obviously didn't like that. Whatever. Like, dude, it comes with the territory, dude. You guys are both porn stars. You married her. Okay? You're allowing her to fuck other dudes, which is crazy. Crazy to even say, but it's happening. So, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's only a matter of time before she fucks a dude better than you. That's what happens with promiscuity. When you have a promiscuous wife and you're allowing her to sleep with other dudes, sooner or later, it's about time that she's going to wind up fucking a dude that she likes better than you, dude. That's just the nature of the beast. That's how it's going to go if you let your wife sleep with other dudes. It's also a point of dating or marrying a chick with a high body count. Like, if you date or marry a chick who has slept with 50 dudes, do you honestly think that you are going to be her best? She might tell you. She might tell you that you were her best, but the odds are that you're probably not. Okay? That's why a chick with a low body count is best, because the best, you're going to be the best. And then you keep it that way. But, I mean, both are true. One, if you're going to date or marry a chick with a high body count who had a promiscuous past, or if you're going to continue to let your wife sleep with other dudes, sooner or later, somebody's going to fuck her better than you did. Anyways, they boxed. They had a Kick, the streaming platform. They had a Kick promoted boxing match, and I suppose this was last night. This was the first round. Adam 22, who cucked, he was cucked by his wife by this guy. This guy, the black guy, Jason Love, made 2 porns with his wife. He don't like that he's better than him, so they had a boxing match last night. They had a boxing match last night, and the cuck, Adam, got his fucking ass beat, dude. Got his ass beat in the first round.
Oh my God! Got him. I fucked your bitch and I fucked you up.
He's done. He's out by the count. Knocked out.
And I fucked you up. I fucked you. And I fucked you up.
And then there was a clip. I don't know if I have it, but there was a clip of them in the ring afterwards. And his wife, Lena the Plug, was asked, who did Jason Love fuck up harder? You or Adam? Referring to when he made the porn with her. and compared to when he fought Adam in boxing, and she's like, oh, Jason definitely fucked me up worse. Dude, this Adam 22 guy, man, fuck, man, I don't know how mentally, dude. You just got your ass beat. Not only did this dude fuck your wife twice, she said it was the best sex that she ever had. The dude goes into a boxing ring with you, fucks you up, and then on top of that, your wife says, oh yeah, he gave it to me better than he gave it to you. Bro, dude. Anyways, I didn't want to talk about this too much because that's just fucking sheer degeneracy. But yeah, dude, wild stuff. What a crazy world we live in. Crazy world that we live in, dude. Anyways, thank you, Antoine, for the 4 months. Pyro Morpheus with the 4 months says, I got some time off work this week to prepare for the storm in Ohio, focusing on survival and hopefully some gaming. Make gaming great again. MAGA with 2 G's. Make gaming great again. I'm thinking this year's going to be good for gaming, boys. It's going to be good. It'll be better than last year, that's for sure. 2025 was a weak year for gaming. But this year, I mean, Resident Evil 9 comes out in, a month and a half. Actually, no. A month and 3 days. A month and 3 days, Resident Evil 9 comes out. You got Lego Batman. Excited for that. Phantom Blade Zero. I'm excited for that. And Duskbloods. Soulsborne Duskbloods. I'm excited for that. Yep, Blood of the Dawnwalker. I'm excited for that too. We're going to have a good year. We're going to have a good year for gaming this year. And then there's a few other games that don't yet have a release date. And I'm sure there's going to be some sneaky games that come out this year that aren't on our radar yet. But yeah. Wow, this guy has no pride. Adam 22. Unless you're talking about me. No, yeah. That's... Anyways, I don't want to talk about those fucking retarded porn stars anymore. Don't give them no attention. Don't give them no attention. From a couple retards to another. Guy has a message for white men. Okay, let's listen. Let's listen to see what this guy has to say about white men. As a white man, I would like to see what he says about me.
Hey, yo, white man. That white man who said, oh, I'm going to see how this goes. Motherfucker is gonna go. You understand? And just because I curse don't mean I'm not intelligent. You see, because unlike you,
I don't think you're not intelligent because you curse. I have a potty mouth. I curse like a sailor. I think you're not intelligent because of the way you choose to talk. That's why I think you're not intelligent. When you choose to talk that way, you don't have to talk that way. It's a choice. It's a choice to talk like that. It's like the gay voice. Like, the gay speech, the gay voice. When the gays are talking all fucking lispy and shit. It's a choice. Like, you don't actually fucking talk that way. You choose to talk that way. It's actually pretty easy to just talk normal. Just talk like a regular person. Clearly he's speaking English. And it's not like he has a Mexican accent like he came from Mexico. Like, if you're coming from a foreign country and you're learning to speak English, yeah, you might have an accent and that's, fine, whatever. There's nothing you can do about that. But when you're born in America, and you're choosing to talk with this ghetto accent. I don't even know what to call it. But that's a choice. That's a choice. That's why I think you're not intelligent, sir.
Hey, yo, white man. That white man who said, oh, I'm going to see how this goes. Motherfucker is going to go. You understand? And just because I curse don't mean I'm not intelligent. You see, because unlike you, my culture really don't need words. We don't need no words to display how we really and truly feel.
Well, then how are you going to display it? You're going to fight me? This guy? You're gonna how are you gonna show me, dude? You're gonna try to fight us? Right. Sure, buddy.
All we need is eye contact. And I can see all the demons in your fucking lonely ass soul, you piece of shit. And we on that ass. You understand? I went to the precinct already.
Yo, that's on period, dog. Yo, that's on principle. I just look into your motherfucking eyes, dude, and I can see how fucking lonely you are, dude. I can see how much you want a relationship, dog. I can see that you want to fucking kiss me right now, dude. Dude, I can see that. Dude, I kind of want to kiss you back, dog. Hey, dude, you know what? Let's go out to dinner, man. That's on period. I'll take you out to a nice romantic dinner, dog. Yo, you want a boyfriend, dog? Yo, I'll be your boyfriend, homie, dude. You know what? Let's be together. Let's have a nice life together, dog.
They try to push me, and I told them, don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me, because that's assault. And I demanded my freedom of speech. I was screaming, yelling, fuck them. I need my rights now as a Puerto Rican.
Oh, as a Puerto Rican. Oh, man. Hey, no offense to Puerto Ricans. I have Puerto Rican friends. There's a reason why they live in America. Puerto Ricans are just off-brand Mexican, in my opinion. But, I mean, it's always followed up with like, yo, bro, I live in America, dog, but I need my fucking respect, dude. I need my fucking rights because I'm Puerto Rican. What does that have to do with anything, dude? You know, Puerto Rico is an American territory. You spend American dollars. You get to vote. This was a minute of just nothing, you know? Hey, what up, Drunk 3P who says, Beardo? What up, Jay? Good to see you, Jay. I don't know what this guy's problem is. Man. He's blaming white people. He's mad at white people and then saying he doesn't have any rights. Bro, we gave you your rights, dude. What are you talking about? America gave you your rights. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, Puerto Rico is a fucking shithole. I mean, you could be proud of being from there and from your heritage, but there's a reason that you live in the United States. There's a reason that you're wearing a New York Knicks t-shirt, an American basketball team. There's a reason you're wearing the t-shirt. There's a reason you're living in America speaking English. Like, Puerto Rico's a shithole. You can be proud of being from there and from your heritage, but there's a reason why you're living in America, dude. We gave you your rights. What rights are you talking about? This guy just said a whole lot of nothing. Now I feel stupid for showing him. He wasted my time. Fuck that guy. Right. He has the right to make that post. Try that in other countries. Bingo. Bingo. Shout out to Jay, man. Jay's the best of us. What do you want to do? I mean, I mean, all we're going to do for the rest of the show is just make fun of retards and fat people, I guess. Yeah, we can do this one. This one's fun. This is a fun one. We do like making fun of fats and upsetting fat people. Brought to you from the same people that brought you trans woman are real woman. Here we go. Let's listen to this one. This one's funny.
I'm going to say something so diabolically crazy, you're going to lose your mind. I have a gym body, and I also have...
You have a what?
Diabolically crazy, you're going to lose your mind.
Yeah, I already did. If I heard correctly what I thought you said, yeah, I'm about to lose my mind.
I have a gym body.
A what now? A what now? You have a gym body? Hold on. I must have not heard that correctly.
Diabolically crazy, you're gonna lose your mind. I have a gym body.
She must have said gym buddy. She must have said gym buddy. There's no way that she said gym body.
I have a gym body.
She said gym body. She has a gym body.
And I also have belly fat.
Girl, that ain't just belly fat. You have a fucking fupa, dude. You have a muffin top. Your belly goes over your fucking pants. That's a muffin top. That's not just a fat belly. I have a fat belly. That is a fucking front ass. That's a front ass. Is what you have. Okay, boys, gentlemen. I'm saying gentlemen, but I'm speaking to everybody. If you have to tuck in your belly into your pants, that's a sign, bro. That's a sign. You stop it. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. If you have to tuck your belly into your pants, that is a sign that you have gone too far. Something needs to change. Eat less. Eat less. Stop what you're doing. Put down the sodas. Put down the sweets. You don't need the cupcake. You don't need the Hershey bar. You don't need your 12th Diet Coke of the day. What you need is a meal plan, a meal prep plan. Because dieting doesn't really mean anything anymore. Everybody's on a diet. Diet's a very vague, broad term. And I think vague and broad contradicts itself. But in this case, I'm going to use them together because I think it makes sense and this is my show. So I'm going to say it that way. Diet, fuck a diet. Diet doesn't mean nothing. Put yourself on a meal prep plan. Eat less. Because, boys, this is common sense, but common sense ain't so common anymore. The only way, and I've had to have this difficult conversations with many people. I used to work at a vitamin shop for like 3 years. 3 or 4 years I worked at a vitamin shop. And I used to have fucking fat pieces of shit walk into the vitamin shop and say, I've tried everything. Can you give me something? Weight loss pills? Like I don't know what to do. I've tried everything. And I'm like, well, clearly you haven't fucking tried everything. They're like, I want to look like you. And I had to tell them, I'm like, sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am. You're never going to look like me. I don't care how hard you fucking try. You're never going to look like me. But what you can do is look the best version of you. I'm never going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm never going to look like Franco Columbu because Franco Columbu was 5'6". I'm going to look like my best version of myself at my peak, at my prime. And you're going to look the best that you can at your peak and your prime. So I hate it when people are like, I want to look like you. Well, you're never going to look like me. You're going to look like the best prime version of you that you can do with your body. And then what I had to tell them was, are you in a caloric deficit? What's that? This should be common sense, and I know that a lot of you guys in the chat probably know this. The only way ever in the history of mankind of all time has anybody ever lost weight is by being in a caloric deficit. Now, Beardo, what does that mean? Put the two words together. Caloric deficit. You are consuming less calories a day than your daily allowance. Everybody's body has a daily allowance of calories. And when you consume said less daily amount of calories a day, and you make that a habit and it becomes a regimen, that is, you are now in a caloric deficit and you are going to lose weight. That is the only way ever And you can help that by exercise. Cardio, lifting weights, lifting weights quickly with minimal rest time is also good cardio. And somebody said Ozempic, but here's the thing with Ozempic, and we can get on Ozempic. All Ozempic does is deplete your appetite. So what Ozempic is doing is forcing you to go, into a caloric deficit. Ozempic kills your appetite, so you're not eating as much. Therefore, you are in a caloric deficit. That's how you're going to lose weight. When you're working out, cardio, lifting weights, you're burning calories, building muscle. You're burning off calories. So your daily allowance of calories will be higher because you are burning calories while you are exercising. Anyways, if we want to talk about Ozempic, we can. We can talk about Ozempic. Never use Ozempic? Don't. I'll talk about the horrors about Ozempic. Let's finish with this. Gross, dude. That's gross. Why she got to slap it? Why she got to slap it? Why she got to slap it?
Belly fat.
Oh, no. Here's the thing, boys. Here's the thing. You look at her. If you look at her, look at her face, look at her tits. If she lost 130 pounds, 150 pounds, she'd be hot. She would be hot. Brown hair, blue eyes, tits. She's got nice teeth. If she lost 150 pounds, she would be hot. Let's be honest. And I'm sure she gets action from the fellas. I'm sure she does. She'd be very pretty. Yeah. You don't think she'd be hot? She'd be cute? Dude, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised at what's hiding under a very overweight woman. You would be surprised. I've seen chicks that go from being a 3 because they're severely overweight to when they get in shape, they're like 130, 140 pounds in shape, go from a 3 to a fucking 7.5 to an 8. You'd be surprised. And I'm just looking at her. If she lost 150 pounds, she would be a smoke show. And that's on period, dog. It's on period. 5 Hour with a 5 says, it also says in Revelations that there will be a group that will hold, that the world will look to save them, and they do. America. Okay. Thank you for the 5. Nick Skyberg with a 24 months says, whoever said Danny Cooper was right, look up Danny Coops. Danny Coops? Danny Cooper? Danny Cooper. Oh, okay. Is that her? That is her. Yeah, that is her. Oh. That is her. Okay. Okay, that is her. They were right. They weren't trolling. That is her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Toes are painted. Toes are white. Kata would approve. Oh, you guys aren't seeing anything. You guys aren't seeing anything. Ah, fuck. My bad. I was just gooning and you guys didn't even see. Here we go. I'll show it off again. Why is it not showing? Show. All right, rewind the past 2 minutes. That's my fault. I boomered it. My bad. Here you go. Danny Coops on Instagram just dropped the follow. 1.8 million. Fuck. I don't know why it wasn't showing there, but here we go. Let's goon. Mm-hmm. 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 Nobody tell Blaine or X-Wing who my baby of the week is. This is 100% going to be baby of the week. And this is what I was saying. Toes are painted. Toes are white. Katie would approve. Toes are done. And when the toes look good, boys, here's a general rule of thumb. General rule of thumb. When the toes are good and the toes are done and they look good, usually that's a good indicator that the downstairs in good shape. The downstairs is in good shape. If the woman takes care of her toes specifically, that's right, the punani matches. The poon is usually in good shape if the toes are well taken care of. The poon is also in good shape. Oh, she knows what she's doing with the toes. She knows what she's doing. I'm not a feet guy. I'm not a toe guy, but I do respect a nice, cute pair of feet. I respect it. It's not something like gets me excited. I'm not like, fucking toes. Like, oh my gosh, like, going crazy. But like, I respect a nice pair of women's feet. I respect it. It don't drive me fucking crazy, but like, when it's nice, it's nice, When it's nice, it's nice. Yeah, dude, that's all day, brother. That's all day. Yep. Well, there you go. There you go. So, homie wasn't fibbing. Homie was not fibbing about Danny Cooper. Shout out to Danny, and shout out to Danny's parents for making that freaking beautiful person. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this one. I mean, we're just chock full of them today. Here we go. Why is it not adding to stage like I wanted to? Here we go. Let's watch this one.
I was in college, I dated a very traditional Christian man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? Sounds
like a good deal. Sounds like a good guy. Sounds like you could have and should have hit the jackpot right there, lady. Sounds like it. Sounds like a hell of a deal for you.
Honestly offended by that question because...
Personally offended by that question. How about after graduation, we get married and you're a stay-at-home wife? The man, I will pay for everything. I will provide. I'll take care of you. You just stay at home. You don't need to work. Just make sure that the house is clean. Let's have some babies. And I'll do all the hard work. I'll work. You don't need to do anything. I have a good job after graduation. I'll make all the money. I'll commute an hour to work. I'll work the 8 to 5, 9 to 5, commute an hour and a half home because of traffic, rush hour traffic. You just stay at home. You're my wife. You're my bride. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. And let's have a nice life and we'll have some babies. And that upset her?
Man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? I was honestly offended by that question because I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the work.
What was the degree? Notice how she didn't say what the degree was. She didn't say what the degree was. It's probably a bullshit fucking gender studies, fucking modern arts, fucking living art degree. Something that doesn't even matter. Something that doesn't matter. Social multiculturalism fucking degree. It's a made up degree. Made up degree. Yeah, liberal arts degree. That's another one. That's another made up degree. Degrees are toilet paper now. 100% degrees. College degrees mean nothing nowadays. Unless you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer. Those are like the main two. But to be an engineer, you can go to trade school. Like, for a lot of this stuff, you go to a trade. A lot of these big, high-paying jobs for men and women, there's trade schools for that. College degrees mean nothing nowadays. Nothing. Unless you're a doctor or a lawyer, then yeah. But those are the exceptions. The rule is nowadays, dude, college degrees are nothing. Meaningless. It's just a waste of time and it's a waste of money. It's just an indoctrination camp on how to put you into debt for the next 20 to 30 years whenever you pay off your student loans. I got lucky. When I went to community college, I qualified for grants. Because I think it was easier because it was a community college. So I never had to pay a fucking dime for my classes in community college because it's California, so it was easy to get grants in California. Everybody's get fucking... If you're in community college in California, and if you're paying for your classes, you're not doing something right. You apply for a grant, takes 15 minutes online, you apply for a grant, you get an email back in a couple of days. It's like, yeah, you've been approved for, $5,000, and it's going to your community college. So I went to community college for 2.5, 3 years. I never got my associates. I'm like 1 credit away too from getting my associate's degree, and I never did it. But anyways, yeah. Grants are the way to go if you're at community college.
Force and do this thing that I loved and get money for it.
Hold on, I'm gonna rewind it.
I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the workforce and do this thing that I loved and get money for it. Fast forward to today, I've graduated, we broke up. I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in, and I changed my mind.
What was she? I missed it. I was reading chat, sorry.
We broke up. I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in.
Notice how she's not saying what it is. That's a big indicator that it's bullshit. She's working in the profession for what she got a degree in. That is 2 times now she will not say what she was studying, what her major was, and what profession she is. She's not saying because she's not proud of it because it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
And I changed my mind.
Oh, she changed her mind.
I changed my mind. I know. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done.
Okay, little cringe there at the end. Recording yourself crying on camera and then deciding, yep, this is good content to post on the internet. Little cringe. I never really understood, crying into your phone and then posting it on the internet. Yeah. But yeah, she regrets it. She changed her mind. She had a good dude who said, hey, I'll work. You stay at home. Let's start a family. Let's have some babies. I'll take care of you. You don't need to work. Just stay at home. Stay at home, and I'll provide for you. He's like, no. I'm going to be a boss bitch. I'm going to make my own money. I'm a self-made independent woman. I'm going to make my own money. I don't need no man. And guess what? Now that she's graduated, now that she's working in that job, whatever it is that she's ashamed of because she won't tell us, guess what? That dude that she broke up with, that she was so insulted that he wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom. She was so insulted by it. She broke up with him. Guess what? He's got a new chick, that's probably younger than she is. That modest, good chick, good woman, who fucking saw that deal, hit the fucking lottery, and cashed that check. Said, yeah, you bet your fucking ass. You bet your ass. Stay at home wife, stay at home mom. I don't got to work. All I got to do is take care of the kiddos and do some stuff around the house. I get to watch fucking Love Island and Bachelorette all day. Drink my coffee and play with the kiddos. For a woman, man, you're fucking hitting the lottery for that. But no, she was indoctrinated. She was indoctrinated at university. No, you're a self-made independent woman. That's the dream, is working a corporate job. And guess what? guess what? Here's the saddest part. It's the easiest job for women, 100%. Here's the saddest part is she probably felt, because she said, I was so insulted that my boyfriend said, let's get married and you stay at home, you stay at home mom, I'll take care of you and I'll provide for you. She was so insulted that she would, in her mind, because this is what she's been taught in college, that, oh, well, I'd be working for my husband. My husband would be the boss of me. Well, yes and no. No, your husband isn't the boss of you, but he should be the leader of the household. He's the leader of the household. But what women don't realize is women rule the world. Everything that men do is so that women could benefit from it. So she was so insulted that she'd be thinking that she'd be working for her husband, that her husband would be her boss because she would be a stay-at-home mom and whatever. But now guess what? Now she's got a degree. Now she's working. She has a job. And guess who she's probably working for? A man. Now she's got a real boss. Now she's got a real boss who decides how much she gets paid, what time she needs to show up for work, what she has to wear, and could fire her at any moment and wouldn't fucking care. Just bring in the next one. So yeah. So either way, she wound up working for a dude, what she was so scared of by marrying this guy and being a stay-at-home wife, thinking, oh, this guy's going to be my boss, I'm going to work for him, whatever. It's like, no, that's your fucking husband. It would be your husband, would have been. But she went the corporate route. She went the I'm an independent boss lady route. And what's she doing? She's probably working for a man with a real boss. That's tough, dude. That's tough. But you got to learn somehow, man. You got to learn somehow. It's like when a kid touches a fucking hot stove. Ouch, that's hot. I'm not going to touch that anymore. You know? So hopefully, you know, for her sake, you know, I don't want anyone to suffer. So hopefully for her sake, she learned her lesson, and that, you know, maybe she gets lucky enough, another guy of that similar caliber comes around in her life and is willing to offer her that deal. But it's harder the more you get older, the more you age, that gets harder. There's a few more. I mean, what do we want to do? What do we want to do here? Okay. This one's long, but we can listen to this one. We can listen to this one. Is America not ready for a female president as Michelle Obama opines? Wait, as Michelle opines? Oh, what is this word? Is America not really is not ready for a female president as Michelle Obama opines? Or have our choices been terrible? What is opines? What is that? Is that a real word? Is that a typo? Is this a real word? What is that? Opins? Is that opinion? Short for opinion? What is that? Opines? Speaks highly of. It means she's considering. Okay, all right. Female president as Michelle Obama opines, or have our choices been terrible? Let's listen to this in Father Cooper on TikTok.
When people talk about patriarchy and misogyny and they try to give examples,
we're already starting off with the buzzwords. Here we go.
When people talk about patriarchy and misogyny and they try...
Boom. Two of her first 5 words were oppression and patriarchy, misogyny. Yellow flashes. Yes, it's a real word. Well, that's the first time I've heard it or read it.
To give examples, I love it, but I do think the most obvious glaring example of the patriarchy is the fact that we have never in the history of time ever had a woman be the president of the United States. It almost has become...
Well, the United States isn't from the beginning of time. If you knew your history, I mean, I'm not trying to be condescending here, lady, but from the beginning of time, and using the United States in the same sentence doesn't really make sense. You know, 1776, America's celebrating its 250th birthday this year on the 4th of July. You know, So no, not since the beginning of time.
Oh, well, that's just normal. No, that's not normal. Men are the only ones who have ever held the highest position in the government.
Good. For good reason. Men, we've said this before, men have to sign up for the selective service when they're 18 years old. If there is ever a draft, if there is ever a serious wartime moment, and we, the United States, require a draft, men sign up for the selective service. For good reason. It's not like once a month women just become extremely hormonally emotional and make bad decisions and get angry for no reason out of nowhere. And that's not their fault. That's inherited to them by birth, by being born a woman, because you give birth to babies. So yeah, that is a natural thing that happens. But another thing that happens with that is, women just get overly emotional and hormonal and start shit for no reason about, once every month for about, 3 or 4 days. It's not like women just out of nowhere just start random arguments, like definitely not with their, definitely not amongst themselves and with their friends, but definitely, it certainly has never happened in a relationship with a man where they just start something. That's never happened. That's never happened in the history of ever, right? Right, Father Cooper? That's never happened. I mean, come on. Nobody hates women more than women. How many of the women in the chat, females in the chat, how many of you guys have either been gossiped about or gossiped to your friends about another friend in your friend group and say, oh my gosh, Emily's such a fucking bitch. I can't stand Emily. And then when you see Emily, you're like, oh my gosh, girl, you're so fucking pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. We're going to have so much fun tonight. And then the second you're not with Emily anymore, you're like, oh man, I can't stand that fucking bitch. Fuck Emily. I mean, come on. Come on, women. It happens. Ladies in the chat, it happens. 1,000%. 1,000%. Firelight says, laugh my ass off. K. Joe's crying. Sounds about right. Yeah. There you go. So, I mean, yeah, probably for good reason, we don't give women the ultimate power in the United States, because bad things would probably happen out of just emotions, and then 3 days later be like, oops, sorry. I mean, gentlemen, how often has that happened? When you're in a relationship, you're with your chick, you don't really do anything. You walk, you breathe, you chew food the wrong way, and it really pisses off your girlfriend. She gets annoyed with you. And then what? 20 minutes later, everything's good. You might get an apology. 3 days later. It's like, man, I was really in a mood the other day. Sorry, I was, so mean and rude to you. And what do we say as dudes? What do we say? It's all good. I knew that it was, whatever. Something was going on. I'm not trying to be insensitive here, but something was going on. It's all good. Shit happens.
No woman. But yes, we're so equal. Oh, well, actually, we're legally not equal to men. And that is a great point. How could a woman even be the president of the United States when we don't even have equal rights?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Women don't have equal rights. What rights are you missing, lady? What rights are you missing? Women have more rights than men. You get to vote and you don't even have to fucking put your life on the line to serve your country in case of emergency. You don't. You get to vote and you get to put in whatever fucking politicians and judges that you fucking want so that you can go and fucking kill babies. Did my stream get taken down? No, I'm good. I don't know. We might be towing the line here. You're voting for whatever you want to fit your fucking lifestyle. Most of the time you're voting with bad voting habits because you want to know how often can you kill a fucking unborn baby. With no repercussions, with no consequences. With no consequences. Women could have voted for Kamala. Every single woman in the United States could have voted for Kamala. Kamala could have won. And then the very next fucking day got us into World War III. And there's no consequences. No repercussions. That's just a whoopsie. Well, at least I get to have my abortions. There's no consequences. You know who's going to fight in that war? World War III? Because of your poor voting habits? The men. The men. Military-aged men is who's gonna fight that war for your your poor voting choices.
To half of the population that the woman would be governed.
And also, hold on, before this dumb bitch, who is this? Is she famous? Father Cooper? Alexandra Cooper? I don't know. What rights do you not have? You actually have more rights. Depending on what state you're in, you get a divorce. A man can be the breadwinner, have an incredible job, be a father to your kids, have the house, pays for the cars. Everything is his and he owns. And your name is on the house, your name is on the car, but he's paying for everything. Depending on what state you're in, you get a divorce. You say, you know what? I'm done, whatever, for whatever reason it is. You get a divorce. The mother, who is unemployed, doesn't pay the rent, doesn't pay the mortgage, doesn't pay the car payments. She gets to keep everything. She gets to live in that house. She gets full custody of the kids or majority custody of the kids. The kids might see their dad every other weekend. 90% of the time, the kids are with her. She gets the cars. She gets the house. And the man who paid for everything, the husband who paid for everything, he's out. He's got to go find a new apartment. He's got to go get a new car. On top of that, he needs to pay child support. Then after the kids are 18 years old, now he's got to pay alimony. So what rights do you, the woman, do not have? You have more rights and more benefits. Women are rewarded for divorcing their husbands. So this is just insane to me. This is crazy talk when you have these fucking dumb bitches going on social media saying, "Oh, women don't have rights. Women don't have the same rights as men." Bull fucking shit, you don't. You have more rights than us. More. Everything is done to coddle you. Everything. You are rewarded for poor behavior. You are rewarded for having illegitimate children. You are rewarded for being poor. That's not the case for men.
Over. Anyways, I interviewed Michelle Obama, and I was just talking about this on my Instagram, but I wanted to say it here. We are in a horrific time in the world. There are no words to even describe what is happening. And I think as a creator, she talks about how you essentially, if you have a platform, you have a loaded gun. And I think it's painful where I'm like, it feels so self-indulgent to be posting selfies and to be posting all these things right now when it's like, look at what is happening in the world. And I'm not saying that people need to use their platform.
Because of people like you. What is happening to the world? Because of people like you. Because of people like Michelle Obama. How did Michelle Obama get rich? Anybody know? Any guesses? Any guesses on how Michelle Obama got rich? Because she's married to Barack Obama. How did Barack Obama get rich? Politics, money laundering, investments, insider trading, donations, funding. But most of it's probably money laundering and insider trading is how Obama got rich in politics. How did Michelle Obama get rich? Because she's married to Barack.
Forms 24/7 for change and to be so serious, because I think something that's so beautiful about the internet is it brings such levity and humor, and it gives us an outlet from all the fucked up shit that's going on in the world. However, when Michelle talks about the reason someone should not have a third term is because we need
a third term? A reason why somebody shouldn't have a third term? You mean like how Barack Obama definitely wasn't running things from inside of his basement for Joe Biden's presidential term? You think Joe Biden was running the country from 2020 to 2024? You think that was Sleepy Joe? Or was it the cabal of Democrats, including Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton? So that's pretty that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny that Michelle Obama is talking about, politicians, presidents shouldn't get a third term. That's pretty on the nose coming from Michelle Obama, who Barack was definitely involved, very much involved with Joe Biden's presidential administration during his term from 2020 to 2024. So I think that's funny.
need new voices. We need new ideas. And that is where we all come in. This older generation did some great things and did some horrible things, but it is now time for our generation to actually step.
Wait, hold on. What administration? What was she talking about?
It brings such levity and humor, and it gives us an outlet from all the fucked up shit that's going on in the world. However, when Michelle talks about the reason someone should not have a third term is because we need new voices, we need new ideas, and that is where we all come in. This older generation did some great things and did some horrible things, but it is now time for our generation to actually step up and to talk and to be honest about what we want out of this country. I don't know. I personally
vocalize it. What do you want? What more do you want? What more do you want? Use your words. Be specific. What do you want? More gays? More transgender surgery on children? More illegal aliens? Undocumented aliens? What more do you want? I don't understand. I don't understand. You want to kill more unborn babies? Like, I don't get it. You can have an infinite amount of abortions that you already want. What more do you want? You can vote with no repercussions. You can vote with no consequences. You're rewarded for divorcing your husband. You can get pregnant whenever you want, even if you're single. You can walk into a fucking doctor's office, go to a fucking sperm bank, get fucking shot up with sperm, and you can get pregnant that way. You don't even need a man to get pregnant. You can adopt a child. You can get a job. You can work that corporate boss bitch life. I don't understand what more, what change do we need? Do you need? Everything seems to be pretty fucking good, except for the illegal alien problem. Other than that, things have been going pretty fucking good for you. For women, things have been going really well for you guys. But what are these new ideas? You want men to compete in women's sports? Because we know that women aren't competing in men's sports because you can't compete. And that's funny. That's a funny thing that I bring that up. Man, I'm so fucking smart. They want all this fucking like trans rights stuff. They want men to compete in women's sports because they're a trans woman. It's funny how that only goes one way. It only goes one way. You only see the biological men competing in women's sports. You don't see women competing in men's sports. You don't see the biological women who are pretending to be men compete in men's sports. It doesn't exist because you can't compete. So what you're doing is you are abolishing women. You aren't recognizing women. And the more that you are trying to push and change, because We need new voices. We need new change. You're going to slowly but surely abolish not just women's sports, but women in general. At this rate, with the amount of trans men, or trans women, biological men pretending to be women, going and competing in women's sports, you're just going to have two men's leagues. That's all it's going to be, is two different men's leagues. When it comes to the Olympics, you have the male division and female division. It's going to come a time where it's just two separate men's leagues, just the men's leagues. They're pretending to be women, but they're still men. Because the women can't compete. They won't qualify. Because you have all the men that are pretending to be women who are in the women's division who are just going to dominate. You're already taking away what a woman means. You can't even fucking describe it. We see Tim Waltz the other day, after the Minnesota bullshit, was asked all these questions in Congress. And he was asked, what is a woman? And what do all these people say? It's like they're coached. They have a script. Whenever it comes to that one question with these fucking liberal Democrat retards, when it comes to that one question, what is a woman? Verbatim, this is what they say. I'm not sure I understand that question. That's what they all say, by the script. They all got the script emailed to them. Whenever these fucking liberal politicians are asked, what is a woman? They all say verbatim, I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand that question. They're coached. They're coached up. You're already not allowed to say pregnant women. They prefer pregnant people. People of the pregnant. Now, anybody can get pregnant. Anybody can. You have a biological woman who's pretending to be a man but still has a uterus can get pregnant. And they want to say, oh, that's a man. That's a man getting pregnant. No, that's a biological woman. So I'm not sure what crazy new ideas that you want to implement. What new change do we need? Women, ladies, you have it really fucking good. You have it better than anybody else in the entire world. Women living in America have the best fucking opportunities, the best life, the best benefits. So this is retarded. This is retarded saying we need younger voices and new ideas. What? Everything's been thought of. Everything is there for you. Everything is for you.
And that is where we all come in. This older generation did some great things and did some horrible things, but it is now time for our generation to actually step up and to talk and to be honest about what we want out of this country. I don't know. I personally left just feeling inspired, and I'm not saying that Call Her Daddy is going to just change over.
Call Her Daddy? I know what that is. This is the Call Her Daddy chick? Barstool? Fuck.
Night, but I do promise to have honest conversations. I have done multiple episodes on women's rights, and so many people shit on me. And I'm like, if
Good.
Human rights and women being equal to men is controversial to you,
you don't want to be equal to men. You already are equal to men. You have everything. You have everything. All of the benefits with none of the accountability. You already have it. What she's saying is she wants women to be better than men. That's what she's saying. She wants women to be better than men. And here's the thing, they already are. Women already are. Women rule the world, they just don't know it. Not equal, more privileged. Yeah, they want to be more privileged. They want to be better than men. They're not fighting for equality. They're fighting for more privileges, more benefits. We want better than what men have, is what she's really saying.
then you can get the fuck off my page. Women are still not equal to
I think I'll stay here and make fun of you, but thank you.
men. It is 2026. What the fuck is wrong with the world? So if you are a woman or a man,
You are. You're holding yourself back. What's wrong with the world? And I hate the argument. We're in 2026. Like as the years go by, we're just supposed to fall deeper and deeper into degeneracy. When I hear that argument, when I hear somebody say, "Oh, really? In 2026, you're still saying that? You still believe that? Oh, it's 2026. We really still think that way? We don't have this done yet in 2026?" What you're telling me is that as the years go by, we should be falling deeper and deeper into degeneracy and closer to hell and further away from God is when I hear people say that. As the years go by, you want us to get further and further away from God. That's what I hear when people make the argument. Oh, really? In 2026? In current year? Oh my gosh, it's current year. We still don't have this. We're still not doing this. We're still not this. We're just getting further and further away.
I urge you to listen to this Michelle Obama interview because what it did was put in perspective. I know that the world feels like we have essentially lost our humanity, but Michelle Obama is one of the most influential, brilliant women. And
No, she's not. She's not. Michelle Obama is not bright. She ruined school lunches. She had one job. When Barack was president, she had one job. And that was to make school lunches healthier or something like that. And she ruined it. She ruined it. Michelle Obama is not bright. Not smart.
the way that she essentially dispels down this information to us, she has seen this country. She has been where we haven't been. I hope it provides hope.
I hope that we never have a female president. I hope that that never happens because we would be lost. We would be lost and shit would go sideways very quickly. And yes, again, another woman rant where every word, I'm making a point. Stop it. It's unnecessary. You look silly. Stop it. Be better. Nick Skyberg. Thank you, Nick Skyberg, for the 24 months. KJ Corey with a 5. Beardo, when she says gym, she means good, yummy meals. Good one. Rat Thars Hammer with a 5 says, I've been planning my meals, mostly just watching portion size. I'm down over 20 pounds since December 1st. It's possible. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go. 20 pounds in 2 months? Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you for the 5. Jose Tago with a 109 says, spoiler, Jesus wins in the end. Amen. SBZ with a 5 says, I bet my left ball, if the woman elected is a conservative, she'll hate her too. Just look at the left reactions towards the Japanese and Italian prime ministers. Yeah, it won't be good enough. You're right. If a woman was ever elected president and they were a conservative Republican, the liberal women would hate her just as much. As if it were a white man. Or actually, they would probably hate her more. Liberal women would hate a conservative Republican woman president even more than they hate Trump. Because they're not being allies. We're not allies. Terry Lapari with a 2 says, good day, Beardo and chat. How you doing, Terry? Good to see you. Laura Lynn Lance with a 12 months says, I was 240 pounds and now I'm 170 and I've maintained since 2019. Now it's time for me to lower my numbers, set a new goal. I love to hear it. Laura. Congratulations. Keep getting after it and good luck with your new goals, Laura. Thank you for the 12 months. Look how much they hated Carrie Lake from Arizona. Dude, yeah. If you're a conservative woman, like, liberal women hate conservative women the most. I mean, I have more. Should we keep going? We're at 2.5 hours. That might be a good place to stop. I mean, I've already unloaded and dumped all this. That sounded weird. I already unloaded and dumped all of this, you know, upsetting videos for you. I don't know. I don't know if I want to, you know, upset you guys any further. I don't know if I want to upset you guys any further. Yeah, we'll probably call it there, right? Probably. X-Wing says, make me mad. Okay, we'll do one more. Honest, you got to take a shit? No, not yet. I had to, but it passed. Here we go. Here's this one. I'm sure you guys have seen this. I saw this morning. Being Somali is more than bananas and rice. It's a lot. It's kind of like bananas and rice. So this is the best. This is the best of the immigrants that we're bringing in. All the liberals and Democrats saying, well, they're only sending their best. We're only getting the best of them. This is the best. This is the best that we're getting. Wearing a huge bandage on their forehead. Their husband probably fucking beat them. I don't know. I mean, that's what they believe in their religion. Violence against women and children. So she I don't know. She probably messed up the bananas and rice, and she got a fucking whack on the head from her husband. Anyways, let's listen to what the best of the immigrants that they're sending to America. Let's listen to what she has to say. Yeah, that's right. The best and the brightest. They're only sending the best and the brightest. Well, let's listen to what this sharp tool has to say.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud.
I couldn't tell. I could not tell that you were Somali. Thank you for telling us. The first thing you said, thank you for telling us and letting us know, because I had no idea by the enlarged shape of your skull, by your garb and thing you're wearing on your head, and I couldn't tell that you're Somali and you're Muslim by your wound on your forehead that your husband gave to you. I had no idea.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's
Well, we're waiting.
It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali. And
She just said being Somali is more. Hold on. Being Somali is more than bananas and rice. It's so interesting. It's so important to be Somali. And then she says, but it's so hard to describe what it is. Okay. Go on.
I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's a lot.
She said, being Somali is more than just, eating bananas and rice. It's a lot. But then says, it's hard to describe. Well, both can't be true, can it? Both can't be true. If there's a lot of things that's important of being Somali, then it shouldn't be hard to describe.
It's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe.
It's interesting and it's hard to describe.
And what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice.
I can't. Boys, I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. Being Somali is more than just eating bananas and rice. It's actually a lot. It's very interesting. It's hard to describe, but it's kind of like eating bananas and rice.
People don't really see it's a people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice.
Bananas and rice, third time.
That's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination.
It's like the combination of
banana and rice.
Banana and rice. Holy fuck. When I first saw this, I thought this was AI. I thought this was AI when I first watched this. I couldn't believe it. But no, this is real. This is real. This woman had a voice. She had a platform. She had a microphone. She's speaking to the internet. She's speaking to Americans. She's speaking to politicians. This is their best and brightest, guys. Their best and brightest. Get them out! Get them out!
You're gonna get what I mean.
You're gonna get what you mean? I have no fucking clue what you just said. Nothing. And that's their best and brightest. Here, this will be the last clip we show, because this sums up everything. This sums up everything.
I decided I'm moving to Somalia. I'm going to demand free housing and free food and run for government. I'm also going to campaign on American and Christian values. I'm going to wave an American flag and talk about how terrible Somalia is. Wish me luck.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. He's spot on, dude. Try it. Try it. Good luck. I dare you. Go to Somalia. Run on American values and principles. Wave an American flag. Say that you're Christian. Demand all this stuff from Somalia. And while you're campaigning in Somalia, talk about how terrible Somalia is as you're doing it. I'm sure you'll get elected.
I decided I'm moving to Somalia. I'm going to demand free housing and free food and run for government. I'm also going to campaign on American and Christian values. I'm going to wave an American flag and talk about how terrible Somalia is. Wish me luck.
Yeah, you're dead. You're dead. Obviously, this is satire. This is parody. But it's so true. That's what's happening right here in America, in the motherland, dude. This is what's happening. You have these fucking politicians who aren't from here, who don't worship the same God we do, who aren't proud to be American, but they're here anyway, you know, draining all of our fucking benefits of what it means to be American and living here, while they're campaigning that America is terrible. Fucking pray to Allah, Muhammad, whoever their fucking made up bullshit God is. They're beating their wives. They're having sex with animals. And saying how bad America is. And we're electing these people. Not us, not me and you, but people are voting for them and electing them. Look what happened in fucking New York, dude. It's terrible. They're eating the dogs. They are, dude. It's insanity. It's actual insanity. And I'm glad that somebody made a parody of it and how it sounds like, what it would sound like for that to happen in another country. It wouldn't. It wouldn't happen. They'd be dead. These liberals, these Democrats are, you know, barging into church service on a Sunday to protest. They're constantly mocking Christians, disrespecting the Bible, laughing at our faces, telling us, you know, just insulting Jesus. But they wouldn't dare do that to a Muslim. They wouldn't fucking dare. It's proud. It's their culture. We have to respect their culture, says the liberal women, says the liberal Democrats. They should be proud to be Muslim. They should be proud that they're from fucking Pakistan, Iran, fucking wherever they're from. It's proud. They should be proud. I'm happy for them. We will respect that religion. But when it comes to Christianity here in America, it is mocked. It is mocked, disrespected, spat in our faces, willing to go into a church and protest a church service. They would not dare do that at a mosque. They wouldn't fucking dare. The hypocrisy. Keck Blade with an 11 months says, Beardo, I really like how your Green Ranger chest diamond is perfectly placed to reflect your lights at the camera. That's pretty sweet. I did not try that. That is just by sheer coincidence. Thank you for the 11 months. All right, boys, we're going to go ahead and call it. We went 3.5 hours today. 3.5 hours. 2.5 hours today. 2.5 hours. A longer show. A longer overtime with Beardo. Nobody's live right now to raid. But boys, we'll be back. I don't know. Actually, me and X-Wing, if you're still here, we're going to be on Project Egg Roll tonight. We're on Project Egg Roll tonight. X-Wing's going to play RE4. Well, fire up your stream so I can raid you. Jeremy's live, Beardo. Yeah, I'll make sure to raid Jeremy. X-Wing, is your stream scheduled? Is it scheduled? Let me know and I'll raid you. But yeah, me and X-Wing will be on Egg Roll tonight. At least I will, because I remembered. I'm not sure if oh, there it is. Raid. Boom. 2 p.m. All right, X-Wing, you're getting a raid right now. All right, boys. Thank you guys so much. We have one more super chat here. Mike Hill with the 5 says, looks like Mike McCarthy is heading to the Steelers. I really thought that they were going to hire Brian Flores. I'm actually surprised that the Steelers aren't hiring Flores. But anyways, we'll see. We'll see when we get something official. Thank you for taking the extra time. It was a great show. Thank you, TB Sassy Pants. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for the support, the generosity, for all the super chats. Shout out to the mods, the members, the lurkers, everybody in the chat. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend, and we will catch you on Project Egg Roll later tonight. And I might do a live stream before then. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my day looks like right now. I'm about to figure it out. But we'll catch you on the next one, regardless of where I'm at. You guys have a good one. Stay safe out there, especially if you guys are getting hit by this storm. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody. Beardo, out. Oh, shit. I was trying to end this like it was I'm on StreamYard. Bye.